Mama,
Who's this?
it's Wayne. Mama,
Huh?
I killed Dean.
Wayne?
Ma'am?
What are you doing?
Yeah, yes.
Oh, God.
It's alright. It's alright.
Where are you?
Out at that warehouse he keeps.
Can I come out there?
Yeah, yes. No, she can't. No, you can't come. I'm with the police, Mama.
The study of criminal behavior often focuses on the lone actor, the predator who executes their own violent plans. But what happens when a killer delegates their malice? How does one individual compel others, sometimes teenagers, to actively assist in murder? The answer lies in the psychological concept of coercive power and the slow process of facilitated homicide. Facilitated homicide is a term used to describe a murder committed by one person who is significantly influenced or coerced by another. It relies on a toxic form of power dynamics. This concept was laid bare in the terrifying case of Dean Corll, the man known as the Candyman, who orchestrated the torture and murder of at least 28 young males in Houston, Texas between 1970 and 1973. Corll's crimes were horrific, but the mechanism of the murders is what provides the criminological lesson. His success rested on the active participation of two key teenagers, David Brooks and Elmer Wayne Henley.
Are you guilty of killing anyone at all?
Am I guilty of killing anyone at all? No, I'm not. Unless you could say Dean Corll was killing. I defended myself.
For the law, the central question became, at what point did their coerced participation transition into legally responsible collusion? The relationship Corll cultivated with his accomplices was a masterclass in psychological manipulation. First, he exploited their vulnerabilities, providing a sense of stability, money, and acceptance that was missing from their lives. This created a deep financial and emotional dependency. The second stage was incremental escalation. Psychologists recognized that few people immediately consent to murder. Corll began by asking his accomplices to perform non-violent crimes, such as procuring victims under false pretenses, a process called grooming. Each successful step eroded the accomplices' moral boundaries. Finally came the diffusion of responsibility. Corll controlled the narrative, the supplies, and the crime scenes. By framing the acts as necessary, secret obligations that guaranteed their safety and continued lifestyle, he reduced the accomplice's individual sense of guilt. He presented himself as the authority, the only figure responsible for the moral weight of the crimes. The killing spree ended dramatically in August 1973, when Elmer Wayne Henley, fearing he was next, shot and killed Dean Corll. Corll's death stopped the crimes, but the legal process had just begun for his accomplices. Both Henley and Brooks were eventually tried in 1974. The defense utilized the coercion argument, claiming the boys were too young and too psychologically abused by Corll to be held fully responsible. The prosecution countered, arguing that the repeated and willing participation in luring, detaining, and transporting victims proved a conscious, continuous pattern of criminal intent. The verdicts in both cases affirmed the prosecution's view. Elmer Wayne Henley was convicted and sentenced to 6 consecutive life sentences. David Brooks was convicted and sentenced to 99 years. The legal system recognized the coercive relationship, but ultimately held that their sustained pattern of involvement moved their role beyond that of mere victims and into the realm of criminal collaboration. The Corll case remains a chilling, essential study in criminal psychology. It forces us to examine the spectrum of guilt in multi-perpetrator crimes. When a killer uses manipulation as their primary weapon, how does the law measure the line between influence and free will?